Hey everyone, Dave here talking to you today about things we don't like talking about, which is you have an unplanned, unexpected, major and negative life event. And I'll get into what the categories are, but it's how to deal with this, not only from a financial standpoint, but also emotionally, so you can emerge out the other side. So when difficulty strikes, I like to talk about it in terms of the 5 Ds. Can be a death in your family or a close loved one or friend, a divorce, you or a loved one becoming disabled, somebody close to you or you yourself receive a diagnosis that is really unfortunate, or you are the victim of downsizing and lose your job. And so when one of these things happen, the first thing to realize is that you are not going to be at your best. In fact, I often have to say to myself during situations like this is the best Dave Rowan that is available today. And I've got to work with what I have here. And so, whereas you may have been able to get, 30, 40, 50 things done in a day, as you're processing this emotionally, that list may be much smaller in the short term. And so, we definitely want to call things down in the immediate aftermath to a very short list of must-dos in this space that would have a large negative consequence if they don't happen. So things like paying bills, submitting insurance claims, and collecting life insurance proceeds, other things that really need to happen, and just let everything else go to give yourself time for this healing. Also, in the immediate aftermath, if you were not the numbers person in the relationship and that person is either gone permanently or temporarily, seek help. Seek help from a trusted family member, a friend, or an advisor to help you fill in the gaps in your knowledge in this space and either move you up the learning curve so you can do these things yourself or hire it out as needed. And finally, just a mindset here, which is no matter what's going on, you're a resourceful person. You have resources around you in the form of family and friends who can help you get through this. And, there is an end to this. Nothing, unfortunately, not all of the good things in our life aren't permanent, but also all of these bad situations are not permanent either. And a new normal will eventually emerge. Okay, so let's say that also an outcome of this turn of events is that you have to deal with a reduced income. So, we need to really assess the extent of this. Is this just trimming a few expenses here and there, or is this really fundamentally changing your lifestyle and or need to increase your income? If it's trimming expenses and you're not already, you can use a budgeting app. You can set some new money rules for yourself around going out to eat or coffee in the morning or clothes shopping, whatever it is. Certainly pause optional money-related activities until you sort things out. But maybe it's also bigger changes that are required. Downsizing your home, getting a roommate, taking a part-time job. Those are all tactics in that space. And really within 6 months of this happening, or sooner, if you sense that you're in the second boat of, I need to fundamentally change something here, you'll really want to go through and do a very detailed look at your expenses versus your income and see which of these two boats that you're in. A couple final points. If you do need to tap into cash reserves, there are some creative ways to do that. Beyond just a savings account, you can get a loan from your 401k. You can take a margin loan from a taxable brokerage account, take out a reverse, some of these are more drastic than others, take out a reverse mortgage on your home or cash in insurance, cash value of an insurance policy. And then finally, and again, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably a minor point given what's going on here. But if you're tapping things for cash in the short term, be cognizant of the tax consequences. It's certainly better potentially to tap into a taxable brokerage account. Maybe you have some appreciated positions in there, pay a little 15% capital gains tax. Instead of tapping into a retirement account, an IRA account, that withdrawal is going to be taxed at ordinary income rates. If you're below 59.5, it's also going to be a 10% penalty. And then you forever forgo additional tax-free growth in that entity. So that is it for dealing with a major unfortunate life event. Like and follow if you'd like to hear more from me. Take care.